she was coming like 10 minutes ago.
No, it's probably like 15, 20 minutes away.
Yeah, but
Oh, I see her.
where? But there's no probably over in the side.
No, I don't.
I know I don't think it's over. I thought I knew it was in there. I was going to do it anyways.
Let's just start it one time and then I'll show you.
At the beginning?
Yeah, just sing loud, sing out. At the very beginning. Yep.
My giant phone is like right here.
Alright, so you just gotta trust that it sounds better out there. And it does. You just gotta trust it. Alright.
Yeah, it took
Don't forget to come right up here. Yes. Lock in. Alright? Okay, I'll see you guys soon.
I'm just putting mine in my pocket to look at it.
Oh, I think I have a pocket. Yes. Oh my god, you guys stop. I have eyeballs in them too. Cadence. Okay, cool, thanks.
activities a little bit, or
How's it looking? How many people do you have out there?
I walked by a couple of parents that I know, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? They're just standing there by themselves, frustrated. So I'm going to talk about how congratulations, in 10 years, first time that anybody's ever been inside. And I said, believe it or not, our ticket taker is our activities director. Who survived COVID and all that. And yet he's taking tickets.
Is he out there taking tickets? Absolutely.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Fellow Bruin alums right there. So what I'm going to say is congratulations on this. And I said, I can't believe that this person taking their tickets is our activity director that survived COVID. Contact Teresa, upset parents, coaches. But I am going to ask him this morning over the rest of that or maybe
Are you going to
COVID or capital
Are you
high
gonna take-
graduation?
Well, they came in here. I know Carla's kid, that might have been Bryson or Brittany. You were outside and you had to come in, but this is before your time. So I know they were in this building because lightning changed them off the field.
All right.
So yeah, are you going just two? Yeah. So right now you've got.
Test what, dude?
That's what I do too. And then Jennifer Bush is not yet. She is, and she's not. All right. If you're busy, I'll come up and I can cross that out.
Test what, dude? Test.
Yeah, let's. Testing. Yeah, let's give him a hand. I would like to thank Mr. Zare and our band students for playing here this morning. Thank you. At this time, please remain standing for our senior choir students under the direction of Mr. Thomas Beatty.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts
Hold on. Graduates, you may now be seated. All right, well done. How about that? Good morning, everybody. So my name is Brett Zanto, principal here at Capitol High. First off, I want to say congratulations to everybody seated here. Why is that? Well, in my 10 years now of being the principal, 10th ceremony, this is the first year we've been forced inside. So I do want to thank everybody for their cooperation and patience. Certainly not the best of circumstances, but once again, thank you for your cooperation. What's unique about the ticket system, I was thinking about this morning, and of course, the pandemic, a situation that all of our graduates here today went through, is that our ticket taker was Tim McMahon, who's the Helena School District Activities Director. Now, Tim, he made it through COVID and the contact tracing, the select tickets for our students, the fans, the parents, upset coaches, but yet he made it through COVID, and here he is today taking tickets at the Capitol High Class of 2023 commencement ceremony. And I am going to ask him later today, what was worse, taking those tickets or surviving through COVID? So thank you again. At this time, I would like to thank and introduce the individuals that are up here on stage with us to enjoying this celebration. So fellow administrators, Mrs. Kathy Kidder and Mr. Mick Morris. Our school board members, who I cannot thank enough, Siobhan Hathorn, Jennifer Walsh, Janet Armstrong, and Linda Cletus. Linda didn't make it. Our distinguished guest speaker joining us today, Mary Lee Alexander Kick. Assistant Superintendent Josh McKay, and our Superintendent Rex Welts. So, a mentor of mine once said, especially when it comes to speaking, be brief, be brilliant, and be gone. So, this morning, personally, for those of you that know me really well, I can definitely be very brief, all right? Probably not the most talkative person in the world. As far as being brilliant, I think it's safe to say I've never been characterized as being that. So that probably won't change here this morning. As far as being brief, graduates, I know you've waited many years for this opportunity, but bear with us. We probably are under a little bit of a time crunch here this morning, so bear with us and we're going to get through this. But how about being brief, being brilliant, and being gone with our graduates seated here today? Briefly speaking, this graduating class started out with 341 students. They are ending here today right around 300. Of course, during that time, we've had some graduates move. We've had other students that have been, shall I say, fortunate to come to Capitol High School and be a Bruin. And then, of course, other students have maybe found another path. But perseverance and adaptability, entities that this class of 2023, they've had to learn to embrace. This is a class that has had to learn to adapt. As stated earlier, they were freshmen during our shutdown year with COVID, and they experienced a hybrid school year, A and B days, their sophomore year. But I think it's safe to say, and you're going to find out here in a second, this class right here, they flourished. They flourished as juniors, and they really flourished this past year. So students, I commend all of you for making it this far here today. Some of you have faced far more struggles than others to get here. You have a choice to continue motivating yourself, to continue to excel, continue to adapt, and continue to persevere. There will be more challenges that you're going to face, but on this day, I want to congratulate all of you right now and just to tell you how proud of you that I am. Being brilliant. So I have a little list here. Just a short list. Well, maybe it's a long list of a lot of the accomplishments of this senior class, especially just this past year. And I think a lot of times as a district, as a building, with our staff, we're always wondering, who are those next students going to be? Who are those next students that will fill some of these spots? So for example, who will be the next state placers in Science Olympiad, Science Bowl, Envirothon, the Smart Schools Award, and HOSA? Who will continue to update the Capitol High School greenhouse? What seniors will be partners in Unified PE and Unified Art classes? What boat will win the Physics Cardboard Boat Regatta? Who's going to be those next National Merit finalists? How about the next Presidential Scholar semifinalist? Who will be the next AA championship football team? How about the state AA championship golf team? And how about the state championship boys AA track and field team? Who will testify on bills at the legislature? Who will be a top placer in the state MCTM math contest? Montana State Powerlifting Championship. Capitol High boys and girls have won for the last 6 consecutive years. Can that next group make it 7? Student editors for the annual HEF Pen and Ink. What students will have their artwork and written submissions in the next Pen and Ink, sponsored by Helen Education Foundation? How about the next science innovators? Who can top the student council, student body, and senior class leaders that are seated right here this morning? What students will produce the yearbook next year? And great job with that yearbook this year, by the way. What student will ever again purchase 1,000 cans of food with their own money, show up to school and with it in the back of their truck, and then after the shock wore off, basically saying, well, I guess drive it there yourself to the Helena Food Share. And he did that with all of his own money in a recent holiday food drive. Yeah. Who will volunteer more than 500 hours in 1 year in the Helena community? The next students to take over the reading the daily announcements, which I do enjoy that as well, but unfortunately, I do let the students help with that, and telling really bad jokes. Who will be those next students to rearrange the letters found along Custer Avenue? Let me tell you what, that had to take a lot of time. Those cups went in there years ago, they're interlocked, and yeah, the other night something happened with that. To be honest, I don't know. We might not have those letters returning, but we'll see. What seniors will continue to participate in the State Music Festival and earn all-state recognition for orchestra, choir, and band? What seniors will earn the next Thespian Outstanding Troupe Award or get their play actually published? Yeah. What seniors will be in the front row at games next year? As an administrator, especially during crosstown games, I get a little nervous. We get a little uptight, not going to lie to you. And then there's always that chant of the push it, push it, push it. And as an administrator, you're always like, I know they're saying push it. They really are. Always worried about what the rest of the crowd's going to be thinking at that time. Who's going to be the next student holding up the whiteboard during some of these activities? What future DECA and BPA students will compete not only in the state competition, but also possibly qualify for nationals? Skills USA, state officers from Capitol High School. Who will have their artwork on display at the Holter Museum for the Youth Electrum? What cheer team will take top honors not only at the state level, but also bringing home a first place in a national competition where I think they beat some college teams? Who will those next distinguished HEF Distinguished Scholars and Achievers be? Peer mentoring students. Who's going to step up there? Our peer mentors this year, they served over 200 individual students in the Helena schools through mentorship and service to elementary students at Rossiter, Kessler, and Fort Georgians through the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. So, yes. So this is just to name a few. So how about this class of 2023? So seniors, continue to be brilliant, continue to excel, and be sure to thank those seated inside here today, as well as the staff at Capitol High that helped put you in those situations. Make sure, thank everybody here for their support to help in those endeavors. Finally, being gone. I just want to give you a couple quick reminders. First off, work hard. Others are going to notice. They're going to hopefully maybe respect you. They might not always like the decisions you make, but through that hard work, hopefully that will lead to that increased resiliency when it comes to making some of those decisions, no matter what path that's going to be next. Also, have fun. Find that balance when not only working hard, but having fun, as it helps to stay positive through sometimes some negative times. For me, it's being able to sing on the announcements, being able to dance at assemblies, making videos, or maybe even wrestling a heavyweight state wrestler at an assembly. Graduation. This is a big event. It's a big day. Enjoy, have fun, and like I told you the other day, please make smart choices. Seniors, no matter where you go after today, you share one common bond, and that's Capitol High. Some of you are going to go far, some are going to remain near. At various points in your lifetime, you're going to think back to both the good and bad times inside and outside the confines of the Capitol High School building. You join a very proud collection of Capitol High graduates. To the Capitol High class of 2023, job well done. Okay, now is the time to honor some of our students that have excelled academically for the past 4 years. So first off, we recognized our Bear Award recipients of practice the other day. They received medallions, so if you see anybody with a medallion, they're a Bear Award winner, which means they have taken 10 or more honors, AP, or accelerated credits, earned at least 7 of those in the following core departments: English, Math, Social Studies, Science, or Foreign Language. Graduate with a minimum of 26 credits, and at the time of graduation have a minimum cumulative GPA of a 3.5. You can find the names of these Bear recipients in the program. So at this time, if I could please ask all of our Bear Award recipients to please stand up. Ready? Thank you, and congratulations. At this time, I would like to list and call up our class of 2023 salutatorians. These are our students that earned all A's and 1 B throughout their high school tenure. So would the following students, after I announce your name, please come up to get your plaque. Walker James Bennett. Salen A.C. Burgle, who is gone today, but give her a hand. Another salutatorian, Cole Ryan Christensen. And our last salutatorian, Tessa Genevieve Gleason. All right, now for the class of 2023 valedictorians. These would be students that earned a 4.0, which is the highest GPA you can earn in the Helena School District, which means they had straight A's throughout their high school tenure. So at this time, after I announce your name, please come up and get your plaque as well. Our first valedictorian, Kayla Christine Almquist. Kieran Thomas Boyle. Jaden Lynn Brown. Madison Virginia Berta. Connor Henry Bushnell. Emma Marie Compton. Marin Carol Ann Elliott. Kira Lynn Fenton. Selah Starr Frederickson. John Paul Goodwin. Henry John Gross. Cadence Grace Hatton. Ashley Marie Heinrich. Zachary Thomas Heller. Lauren Ann Hoxie. Bryn Marie Jankowski. Morgan Isabel Kaufman. Henry Russell Lay. Colton Christopher Lindgren. Aiden John McCarthy. Hayden Chad Opitz. Lindsay Leah Reed. Natalia Yvonne Routson. Madeline Lori Seacrest. Miranda Nadine Schaefer. Gabriel Oliver Sova. Jacob Roger Spangenberg. Mackenzie Lee Tordell. Jonathan Aaron Lee Walmsley. And Carly Ann Ziegler. All right, congratulations to our class of 2023 valedictorians. All right, go ahead and take your seats. Unless you want to keep standing. So at this time, we actually have tryouts for our student speaker address. We had quite a few tryout this year, had a wide variety of a panel of judges, and the following 5 students were selected. So if they could come up here at this time: Kieran Boyle, Selah Frederickson, Connor Bushnell, Jaden Dupler, and Cadence Hatton.
All right, so before I start, I do have to say, Mr. Zanto was honored this morning by the Montana Association of Student Councils as being the Administrator of the Year for the state of Montana. Not only does Capitol High have great students, but we have great teachers and great administrators. Well, folks, we did it. We've made it to the big day where our families get excited to watch us graduate, and we get excited to be done with these formalities and celebrate our accomplishments with our closest friends. I'm not going to stand up here today and try to make 300 of you laugh, because I won't. And I'm not going to try to have a strong impact on all of you, because I won't. What I say here is but a small piece of this day, something you probably won't remember in 25 years or even 25 minutes. And instead of lecturing you on being good people and cracking corny jokes, I think my time would be much better spent kicking off a celebration. A celebration of your individuality. A celebration of your accomplishment. and a celebration of your dedication to yourselves. Congratulations. From academics to athletics, from activities to jobs, you've all contributed these 4 years to creating opportunities for yourselves, and now we finally get to celebrate. So after you throw your caps, walk out of this gym and be excited. Give yourself the time and the space to honor yourself. Go to your graduation party, go to your friends' graduation parties, and celebrate. Accept as much praise and as much cash as you can, because you deserve it. Today marks the end of 13 years of accomplishment. From the kindergarten class of 2011 to the graduating class of 2023, your work in your lives has paid off, and right now, we finally get to breathe. I'm telling you to take that breath. Be joyous and celebrate yourselves. Congratulations again, all of you. I can't wait to see the senior class of 2023 become the world class of the 21st century. But today, have fun, be safe, and celebrate.
I'd like to begin by thanking everyone who is here today. Teachers and faculty members, family and friends, you are the ones who helped us get to this moment. You inspired us and encouraged us through all the time we have spent with you, and for that, we will always be grateful. Now, graduates, I'd like you all to think about what exactly it took you to get here. Maybe it took some late nights finishing homework or some hard, sweaty hours practicing your sport of choice. Maybe it took asking for help when you didn't want to, or smiling on a day when you didn't feel you could. To get here, you have laughed and cried, made friends and lost them, thought you had it figured out, and knew you didn't. We have all taken different paths to get here, wrought with lots of chance happenings and so much hard work. But this is where all our paths converge. This is where we are all taking one step together, grinning at each other, looking from side to side, and seeing how far we've made it from those days of jump ropes and Velcro shoes. And after this, all our paths will branch off from one another, going in different directions, whether that is getting a job or continuing your education or joining the military or volunteering or traveling or whatever is calling you forward. I just want to encourage you to remember there were so many paths taken by each one of you to get to this great success. And there are so many paths out there to get you to your next one. Maybe today you don't know what is next. That's okay. There's no way to know exactly what comes next anyway. Take this step forward with your peers, and then take another one in your own direction, and another, and soon you'll end up in a place all of your own. You can forge your own way forward and get to your next success in 100,000 different ways. So today, I just want to congratulate you. Take this moment and taste the accomplishment of getting here. The pages in your book are turning, and those words on the pages aren't writing themselves. It's you scribbling in all those words, crossing out things and adding exclamation points, writing your own story, coming to the end of a chapter, but the beginning of a wonderful new one. So take pride in what you are doing here today. Look around. Your friends and family, teachers and faculty, they are all so proud of you. One last time, I congratulate you.
Hey guys, it's Connor. Yeah. For those of you that don't get it, you had to be there, so I don't know. Before I begin, I'd like to reiterate some thanks to our parents, to our families, to our teachers, to our classmates. Thank you. And now, I know why we're all here. We're all here to listen to some sage wisdom from a 17-year-old. That's me. So I thought to myself when I was writing this speech, part of the charm of a graduation speech is the cliche. I wouldn't be satisfied, personally, if I do not say something that has been said before, something expected. So let me say a few. Well, we did it. Today is the beginning of a new chapter. Let's go follow our dreams. Yes. COVID. Am I right, everybody? Yes. All right, on to other things. Our class, these people in front of me, if you didn't know it, is incredible. Here today, we have some phenomenal athletes, scholars, performers, writers, photographers, innovators, artists, and musicians. To list every achievement we have celebrated would take too long, and Xantu already did it, so I won't do that. Being in the same school as all of you these past 4 years has been an amazing experience. Through all my time learning and working with you, my classmates, I have learned the most important lesson I know. I am fortunate to be surrounded by amazing people. In every interaction we've shared, I walk away in awe of the person I just spoke to. And as I stand here today, the only advice I can reasonably offer to all of you is this: know that you are worthy and valuable. Take the great person you have worked to create these past 4 years into your future.
As I was sitting down to write my speech, I didn't really know what to say. What can you say when we've heard it all? We know this is the end of this chapter. We know there's a new one. We know we're not kids anymore. Some of us know what we're going to do after we graduate, and some of us are still figuring it out. So I can talk about how much fun I've had. I can talk about how lucky I am to have gotten to know some of you, whether it was for a year or for 10. But really, the only important thing I have to say is about a thought I had one day after a group of friends and I went for coffee. We were sharing quotes and poems, and as I was driving home, a realization popped into my head. When you're running in a direction, moving forward to whatever destination, and you look back, you slow down. You slow down because even though your destination is forward, your focus is on something behind you. Now, that just seems like a fact of life, but that's exactly the point. We're headed forward. Our lives and futures are in front of us. This moment and all that has happened in the last 4 years is behind us now. And I'm not saying never look back, just never look back long enough to slow you down or stop you from whatever is ahead. I know I personally allowed myself to slow down this year. I was looking back at who I was freshman year and the person I was and the person I wanted to be by the time I graduated. I realized I'm nothing like who I was or wanted to be, and it freaked me out a little bit. It slowed me down. I started second-guessing my place in this world and who I really was. First, I'm okay with not being the person I was, because if we were anything like the freshmen are now, man, am I glad that's over. Having cap problems here. Secondly, more importantly, I had to realize that I may not be the person I wanted to be, but I'm the person I needed to be to make it this far. And that's not going to change as we go forward. I'm ditching the cap, I apologize. I won't be this person when I graduate college, and I won't be that person when I move on to become a teacher or an actor or whatever else I decide to be. And I won't be that person by the time I'm 95 and not really caring if I eat ice cream 3 meals a day. The biggest point that I want to make is that change is necessary, even if it's scary or painful, and that in order to grow, we should look back to learn and reflect. But please don't ever get stuck there. These days aren't your glory days. You have a whole life to go make more memories, more mistakes, and more opportunities. So slow down every once in a while, look back, see how far you've come, and then keep going forward.
Good morning, and congratulations on this achievement and lifetime bragging right. Through my high school career, I have been fortunate enough to surround myself with people who not only are kind and genuine, but who have the potential to go and do something progressive in our world. Throughout our class, we have peers who will do research, be political advocates, and influence our world for the better? I thought, yes, I can give a speech on how we are all going places and doing grand things. However, I decided to share something else. Inclusivity. This is the act of including all types of people, things, or ideas, and treating them all fairly and equally. I'm sure through athletic teams, musical groups, and school clubs or project work, the action of working together with others and inclusion is probably familiar to most of us. Inclusion became most apparent to me through my time in a class called Unified PE. If you are unfamiliar with this class, Unified PE brings together students of varying abilities and backgrounds to learn the importance of physical activity. From fishing to archery to basketball, and even my personal favorite, downhill skiing, this ever-growing group of individuals has gifted us all with meaningful connections and value. Students unable to walk were able to be assisted in downhill skiing, an experience that may not have been possible without this class. Skiing backwards down a hill with a peer holding my hands as we slowly made our way to the base together will forever be one of my most inspiring memories. Life-changing, really, and certainly a spark to be shared. This class has proven to be the perfect opportunity for turning small sparks into change-making flames. Small sparks growing into large flames of goodness. That one spark can influence someone's entire life, and I encourage you to be that spark. Since kindergarten, we've been taught to sit with those lonely at lunch or share the toys we were given. In more recent years, we have been taught to listen to others' ideas and values and reach out to those who need help. We've made it through a pandemic and online school. We are working through social injustice and frustration towards things in which we don't believe in. Each one of us has something that drives us to want to do better and get better, and ultimately some measure of success. I encourage you to consider the measurement of success as your relationships and your tenacity to see, really see, and instill value in each person of which your path crosses. As such, you're a spark, an example for others to do the same. Give people a chance. We can choose to separate and deal with life on our own, or we can work together. We can be a voice for those who don't have one, stand together for what we believe in, and create that full-fledged flame of kindness and inclusion. That is the definition of success, is it not? As a collective group of inspiring humans, choose inclusivity, and let's be the spark. Now, I'm going to ask all people that were involved in Unified PE and Unified Art, please stand. And as a collective group, on a count of 3, let's yell it, Go BRU. 1, 2, 3, Go BRU!
At this time, I would like to welcome once again Mr. Thomas Beatty, as well as our senior choir students, as they will perform I Lived. All right, thank you again to Mr. Thomas Beatty and our senior choir students. Great job. At this time, I would like to introduce our senior class president, Henry Gross, who will then introduce our guest speaker and fellow Capitol High alum.
Hello, everyone. As president of the class of 2023, I have the privilege and honor of introducing our guest speaker. Marilee Alexander Kick is the CEO and founder of Buzzball Southern Champion, LLC. Oh yeah. That is the only woman-owned distillery, winery, and brewery combination in the United States. Oh yeah. The family-operated company sells products in all 50 states and 27 countries and is home to over 650 employees in the Dallas area. Marilee is a winner of the Dallas Business Journal's Most Admired CEO Award, EY's Entrepreneur of the Year Award, Top Women in Grocery Award, and winner of Chase Bank's 50 Fastest Woman-Owned Companies in the United States. Marilee graduated from Capitol High School in 1981, was Miss Helena in 1983, and has a double bachelor's degree from the University of Montana. Oh yeah. She received her MBA from Texas Woman's University, where she was summa cum laude and also received the Most Distinguished Alumni Award. She is recently an alumnus of Harvard Business School. She is the founder and sponsor of the Helena School District Science Innovator Award. Please join me in a round of applause for fellow Bruin, Miss Marilee Alexander Kick.
Woo! You guys, yay, you're here. I want to thank you guys for having me and asking me to speak. This is quite an honor. I've got my mother here and my brother here. It's been a long time since I've been back in the halls of Capitol High. I come from a long line of teachers. My mother was one of them. She was the innovator or the architect of the science wing back when the school was called Sunhaven, long, long ago. And she taught there until she retired. I used to be a teacher as well before I started my billion-dollar business 13 years ago. When my mom taught at Capitol High, my father taught at Helena High, so they knew every single person that I possibly could have dated. They founded the Montana Science Institute, which now is called the Montana Learning Center. It's still out at Canyon Ferry today, still successful. I fund this Science Innovator Scholarship, and we have one winner here today, Connor Bushnell. Raise your hand. Yeah. We have another winner who is not with us today, but we have some others from Helena High as well. I started this to reward students that had an innovative spark and to use that science in an entrepreneurial, commercial fashion. I wanted to instill the spirit that you can make something out of nothing, like I did with my business. I grew up in this town. I graduated Capitol High about 40 years ago. And yesterday I got the tour from Miss Goody and some of your senior class representatives. This is a small town where there's not a whole lot to do but drink and have sex. You had track meets in the snow, golf in the snow. I wrecked my parents' car when I was a kid. I hit a deer. I had lots of high school nights of fun. When you grow up in a small town like Helena, you have to make your own fun much of the time. We hooky-bobbed and did things like that. I don't know if you kids still do that, but that was kind of fun. But your senior pranks that I heard about yesterday were nothing compared to the bad things that I did. Little devil horns. Probably not as bad as the bad things your dad did, though. And it's probably not as bad as the things you have yet to do. But just forgive yourself, forgive your dad. Your childhood memories are going to live on forever. Those camping trips with your family, those early morning chores that your parents made you get up to do, learning how to fish, smelling the pine trees and the sage and the sweet clover air. Even at the Helena Airport, when you get out of the Helena Airport, it smells good. And that is saying something. You don't get that in most parts of the world. What this means looking back at these days, right now you're really gung-ho to get out of here. You're excited about your future. You're wondering what awaits. You've been trapped in this prison you call home with someone doing your laundry, cooking for you, feeding you, driving you around. You've had teachers who were very good to you. They gave you advice. They laughed with you and told you jokes. They told you to step it up when you were needing to do it. They wrote you recommendation letters that maybe were a little bit of a stretch, but you're grateful for it. You have no idea how much these people will mean to you over time. I encourage you to keep in touch with them. After you grow up, you'll realize how important they are. And you'll realize that they actually are real people. And they really cared for you. And as much as you're looking forward to this day, your life is never going to be the same. You won't have all been together in the same room again. After graduation, you may not see your parents or your family very much anymore. You'll go off to college. Your friends will go off to other states or other countries. You'll keep in touch on social media or text, and time will distance you, except for the few friends that you choose to keep in your life. You'll be able to rent an apartment, buy your own furniture, and buy your own really nice car, much nicer than the one your dad and mom gave you, with your own money. Your new life is here, and I want you to know that no one is going to give you happiness. You're going to have to seek that and get that yourself. You don't know all the things that you're capable of doing yet, but you need to trust your gut, and you need to always know that you can do things that you just don't even know you have the power to do. And as you brave the big new world, remember kindness. Remember that a smile is something that is a universal language. So it doesn't matter whether you're going to be trekking across France or going into the crazy mountains. A smile is something that is transferable amongst different languages, and it will always get you the best seat in the house. I want you to also be encouraged to think back on who made you here and what made you here, and give back in some way with money or time or support that is meaningful to someone else. You need to travel and keep learning. And learn that there is good, which I think you already know. There's good people out there and good things out there, but sometimes what you don't realize is there are bad things and bad people and bad environments. You need to learn what a bad person is and what a toxic person is, and learn to cut that from your life, because they do exist and they will ruin your life just like they ruined their own. As you look back, you'll realize all the miles you've traveled and the obstacles you've had to overcome. You'll realize what you are and what you can live with and what you won't live with, and those will be defining moments for you. So here's a quick glimpse at your next 40 years. At your 10-year reunion, it'll feel like yesterday. You'll feel like you were still in school. Most of your teachers will still be around. You'll be surprised by some of your classmates who have tragically died or had real traumatic issues. You will recognize your teachers, but they won't recognize you because you will have changed as you've grown. At your 20-year reunion, you'll still be hanging out with your close friends, talking about funny memories from high school, and you'll have future plans to keep in touch. You'll be anxious still to get back to your real life, your real job, and your real family. And you'll wonder what life would have been like had you made different choices. At your 30-year reunion, you'll wonder, who are all these old people? You'll be so grateful they wore a name tag with their high school picture on it. You won't believe how much they have changed and how you haven't changed a bit. Some will have made a lot of money, others will be barely hanging on but very happy. And you'll be somewhat melancholy of the memories, but happy to see old friends. At your 40-year reunion, everyone will have gray hair, and they'll either be a lot fatter or a lot skinnier. And the ones that were skinny in high school will be fat, and the ones that were fat in high school will be skinny. They'll be a beacon of health. You'll talk about how your parents aren't doing very well or how they've passed. And you'll finally realize that your parents weren't really that stupid. It's amazing. They'll tell you funny stories of what they did when they were kids, but they were too embarrassed to tell you, or they were too busy raising you, so they didn't have time to even think about it. I want to give a shout out to Logan Johnson. Is he here? Where is he? Okay. Yeah, thank you. So I also contribute to another scholarship called the Capitol High Alumni Class of '81 Memorial Endowment, and Logan was our recipient this year. That was based on somebody who is going to lead a life of service, like my classmate Stewie Long, who the movie Father Stu was written about, the Mark Wahlberg. If you're lucky, down the road, you'll come back to this beautiful state. You'll maybe buy a house here, like I did over in Big Sky. You'll show your kids and your grandkids Montana, and hopefully the airport will still smell good. If you're lucky, you'll have set out to get some measure of success. You'll feel proud of what you've accomplished 40 years ago. So long ago, but it goes by fast. Throughout your life, you'll need to work hard at your marriage, at your job, at reinventing yourself over and over again. And you shouldn't expect handouts. But you know I make booze, right? Okay, not for you kids. All right. For your parents, for your teachers, for your sponsors, for your administrators, and all the ones that worked so hard to get you here. I'm offering a free buzz ball for you out at South Country Store out on York Road near Lake Helena. Yeah, you get to try them. So tell my brother over here, raise your hand. Yep, tell my brother at South Country Store that you heard me speak at Capitol's graduation, get a free buzz ball while they still last. Have a ball on me. So ladies and gentlemen, the time is finally here. We're at your finish line. Class of 2023, remember we're standing with you and behind you. Go make us proud. Go Bruins.
And now the time we've all been waiting for, the reading of our class roll. So if our first valedictorians could please come up. Students, please remember to bring your name cards. Do not forget that. Also, valedictorians, please remember to speak loudly and pronunciate. Hopefully you read that email I sent the other day.
Lindsay Lee Abelin. Cool. Emily Hannah Adkins. Chloe Samantha Ullman. Emma Luria Allred. Kayla Christine Almquist. Riley Brock Amdahl. Truett Evan Ames. Jackson Leonard Anderson. Dennis Paul Andrews. Emily Renee Archie.
Carter Austin Aaronsmeyer. Natalie Jane Arnold. Lillian K. Baker. Alexander Joseph Balserzak. Bryson Bruce Barbaro. Kennedy May Bartol. Isabel May Beasley. Walker James Bennett. Lillian Nirvana Benham. Thomas Lee Biesmeyer.
Abigail Jo Binyel. Robert Reno Boardman. Carson John Bollinger. Lacey Louise Bond. Cohen Andrew Boyd. Kieran Thomas Boyle. Ryan Nicholas Brandt. Lance Gerald Bratlian. Mia Sage Brinton. Jacob Christopher Brown.
Jaden Lynn Brown. Madison Michaela Brown. Brooke Renee Buckley. Austin Charles Bueller. Madison Virginia Berta. Connor Henry Bushnell. Riley Bell Bushnell. Haley Elizabeth Kane. Kaylee Marie Kane. Lillian Jane Carlson.
Brady Ray Carpenter. Megan Ora Carpenter. Thomas Lonzo Carter. Bodie Connor Casagranda. Sean Patrick Casey. Tyson James Chambers. Jeffrey Tyrone Chapin. Cadence Kathleen Cheenan. Dylan Jonas Chisholm. Cole Ryan Christensen.
Cole Robert Clark. Jada Marie Clarkson. Evan Joseph Coble. Emma Marie Compton. Clarice Jean Cook. Jenna Marie Cordes. Carson Thomas Cody. Anya Marie Cox. Haley Ann Cox.
Haley Dawn Cox. Taylor Elise Cox. Lexi Dylan Colwell. Madison Ray Curry. Lucas Todd Curtis. Ariel Sky Cutbirth. Finnegan Yap Daily Mast. Lillian Faith Danzer. Levi Joseph Davidson. Sage Caitlin Dean.
Brianna Marie Demers. Sarah Jean Dorrington. Luke Colum Dowdy. Jack Patrick Drynan. Alex David Dolam. Jaden Marie Dupler. Marin Coralan Elliott. Bridger Boyd Ellis. Sydney Allen Emmons. Lily Jean Ernst.
Carter William Fair. Kira Lynn Fenton. Ian Charles Flynn. Carly Jo Foster. Micah Joseph Franks. Sayla Starr Fredrickson. Nevin Kai Fullerton. Hayden David Garding. Vivica Harmony Gilbert. Adam Christopher Gleason.
Tessa Genevieve Gleason. John Paul Goodwin. Dylan Thomas Graham. Mina Elizabeth Green. Henry John Gross. Logan Dean Gross. Abigail May Grappo. Mackenzie May Grappo. Hudson Emmett Grovem. Michaela Brooklyn Hall.
Tristan Jordan Hall. Caitlin Elizabeth Haller. Kylie Ray Hamper. Abigail Jardine Hansen. Amelia Cynthia Hansen. Luke Testa Hansen. Quinn Henry Hansen. Dominic Alistair Harlow. Audrey Lynn Harris.
Cadence Grace Hatton. Mason Anthony Hayes. Hayden Riley Hecker.
Ashley Marie Heinrich. Madison Elise Height. Zachary Thomas Heller. Tate William Herbelich. Madison Marie Hermes. Nyla Marie Herndon. Dylan Andrew Hetley.
Jordan Lynn Hewitt. Craig Walker Hiltonen. Aaron Janine Hershey. Jaden Winter Holmes. Lauren Ann Hoxie. Kylie Teresa Hughes. Ethan James Hull. Killian Daniel Brendan Humbert. Cadence Rose Jackson.
Bryn Marie Jankowski. Logan Joseph Johnson. Jacob Allen Jungers. Morgan Isabel Kaufman. Amy Elizabeth Kime. Jessica Lynn Kelly. Alyssa Mary Marie Comiotis. Connor Allen Kovic. Tyler James Kovic. Echo Isriana Creekbaum.
Chad Allen Kroll. Sarah Lynn Kunith. Anna Catherine Cooney. Kevin Patrick Lachère. Wyatt Paul LaQuay. Tyler Patrick Ladd. Ashlyn Lee Lefebvre. Jacob Allen Lagunas. Landon Sage Lanes.
Harrison Michael Lashway. Joseph Charles Lowerman. Colton Odell Laverdure. Henry Russell Lay. Jeffrey Aaron Lazarus. Christian Thomas Lease. Chloe Alyssa Lee. Levi Parker Lee. Micah Faith Lee.
Mila Grace Lee. Adia Marias Lehman. Elizabeth Ellen Leslie. Alexis Rose Levengood. Sean Michael Leventis II. Abigail Marie Lewis. Colton Christopher Lindgren. Rayanne Marie Lowen. Alexander James Loomer. Wyatt Grant Glenn Lowry.
Kinzer James Lyman. Tyson Bridger Mann. Cody Gregory Marcial. Logan James Marsh. Talon Douglas Marsh. David Brent Marshall. Darby Victoria Martin. Ethan James Allen Martin. Riley Brianna Martin. Ella Grace Martin.
Ariana Kathleen Mays. Finn Silas McCardle. Aiden John McCarthy. Kellen Ryan McCauley. Macy Ann McIlvain. Gates Jeffrey McKechnie. Alexandra Renee Michael. Joseph Batista Michelotti. Nicholas Johnson Michelotti. Brendan Nicholas Miller.
Madison Rose Mitchell. Tyson Xavier Mooney. Matthew Robert Marini. Ryan Dean Morgan. Lene Sidney Morris. Paul Raymond Musil. Jonathan Gavin Montgomery Mudgett. Campbell Olivia Nybauer. Brelyn Ivy Nelson.
Carter Kenneth Ness. Cade Michael O'Brien. Christian John Allen Olson. Paige Lynn O'Mara. Hayden Chad Opitz. Alexis Kaylee Otteson. Jasmine Marie Otteson. Olivia Ann Otteson. Kayla Nan Perriman. Seth James Perriman.
Aurora Justine Peavy. John Christopher Pida. Brian Zachary Prennett. Sydney Grace Polin. Taylor Jolene Romlow. Hunter Thomas Ron. Dean Edmund Randash. Ethan Michael Rankin. Lindsay Leah Reed. Austin Michael Reichart. Catherine Louise Rencher. Cody James Rennie. Kate Elizabeth Rhodes. Mina Lunette Richardson. Autumn Marie Richardson. Katrina Ann Richmond. Tyler Justin Roberts. Annabelle Shay Robinson.
Broden Giuseppe Romano. Grayson Wayne Roseanne. Natalia Yvonne Routson. Story May Salisbury. Alexander Douglas Sampson. Jaden Anthony Saunders. Samuel Edwin Schnackenberg. Shay Robert Schroeder. Madeline Lori Seacrest.
John Douglas Settle. Henley K. Sexton. Miranda Nadine Schaefer. Ashton James Shipley. Elizabeth Rose Shockley. Amelia Marie Sigafus. Corey Wayne Simonson. Caden Rowe Sims. Aiden Bowman Smelko.
Alyssa Piper Smith. Cade Michael Smith. Wyatt Mason Leon Smith. Brandon Thomas Soul. Gabriel Oliver Sova. Jacob Roger Spangenberg. Tristan Jet Spieg. Peyton Elizabeth Sprague. James Donovan Stafford. Raylan Dale Staley.
Delaney Claire Stearns. Tori Reagan Stefanik. Ryan Scott Stevenson. Liliana Grace Straub. Bridger Michael Sullivan. Megan Ray Swanson. Dutch Douglas Teeters. Emmeline Elizabeth Tenney. Jonathan Ryan Todd.
Mackenzie Lee Tordale. Matthias James Tucker. Gabriel Morgan Underwood. Alina Bell Vaca. Liam Alexander Van Lushen. Zachary Michael Wakeland. Josiah Kennedy Walker. Liam Michael Walker. Emma Jean Walton. Jonathan Aaron Lee Walmsley.
Owen Maxwell Wardasani. Kindon Michael Wareham. Brandon Michael Warren. Patrick Justin Whited. Olivia Grace Wigton. Abigail Ann Wiles. Grace May Wilkins. Penelope Soul Williams.
Crimson Rose Wilson. Cole Daniel Wines. Reagan Hope Wolf. Evan Matthew Wright. Caitlin Taylor Young. Carly Ann Ziegler. Alona Maria Zimmerman. Amber Michelle Zito.
So before we move on to the next step, I do have to admit that I forgot one part in my speech earlier, and that is I would like to recognize our seniors that will be providing service to our country starting next year or this summer. So at this time, if those students that are planning to protect this country, if you could please stand up. So the class, the Capital High School class of 2023, what a class. Thank you again for your continued support of Capital High School and the Helena School District, and for all of your support given the weather conditions once again. But I'd like to thank you for your patience, because this class, they're worth it. At this time, before the conferring of diplomas, I would like students to participate in the turning of the tassel, symbolizing your transition from a candidate to a graduate. Move that tassel from the right to the left. And on behalf of the school board of the Helena School District Number 1, I declare the class of 2023 graduated. If our graduates and family members could please meet between here and the Hunthausen Activity Center, just go hang out there as long as you want. Just right outside between here and the Hunthausen Center.